Picture this. You're a 37-year-old guy. Your life is aggressively average. You have a stable corporate job, no girlfriend, and your biggest daily achievement is deciding what to eat for dinner. You're a background character in the story of life. Then, in a single chaotic moment on a crowded street, you jump in front of a knife to save a coworker. As your life flashes before your eyes, you aren't thinking about grand legacy. You're just thinking about how freezing cold you feel and how much it hurts to get stabbed. But as you fade into darkness, a strange, robotic voice starts talking inside your head, taking your final random thoughts entirely too literally. Cold resistance acquired. Physical trauma resistance acquired. You die. But you don't wake up in heaven or hell. You wake up in a damp, dark cave. You try to open your eyes, but you don't have eyes. You try to look at your hands, but you don't have hands. You have become a jelly-like, blind, deaf, featureless blob of goo. The lowest, most pathetic level 1 monster in fantasy history. Most people would panic, but our main character, he just starts bouncing around. He figures out that he can eat magical plants and rocks to pass the time. What he doesn't realize yet is that his new body has a terrifying, unique skill called Predator. Anything he consumes, he analyzes, copies, and gains the powers. His life changes forever when he bumps into a literal catastrophe-class storm dragon named Veldora, who has been imprisoned in this cave for 300 years. Instead of fighting, these two lonely souls do something unexpected. They become best friends. They give each other names, sealing a cosmic bond, and our blob friend swallows the entire dragon to help find a way to break the seal. When he finally steps out of that cave into the wide world, he isn't just a weak monster anymore. He is packing power far beyond anything most creatures in this world can imagine. But here is where the story takes a beautiful turn. He doesn't use this absurd power to conquer or destroy. He stumbles upon a village of weak, terrified goblins being slaughtered by direwolves. He steps in, saves them, and does something that rewrites the laws of this fantasy world. He gives them names. In this world, naming a monster consumes massive magical energy, but it forces them to evolve. Overnight, the scrawny goblins turn into muscular super soldiers. The fierce wolves turn into loyal, massive steeds. Suddenly, this little blob is the leader of a growing community, and over the course of his first year in this new world, his family keeps growing. What makes him different isn't just his power, it's that he actually cares about the people around him. When a squad of elite ogre warriors attacks out of a misunderstanding, he doesn't execute them. He feeds them, names them, and turns them into his fiercest protectors. When a massive army of 200,000 starving orcs marches to devour the entire forest, orchestrated by a tragic figure possessed by a demon, our protagonist doesn't just fight them, he carries the burden of their sins, consumes the curse, and takes the surviving orcs into his nation, giving them a second chance at life. He builds a utopia where monsters of all shapes and sizes live in peace, trade with human kingdoms, and enjoy life together around a campfire. He even gains a human form along the way, carrying the legacy and wishes of a tragic hero who crossed his path. By the end of this first chapter of his journey, this former 37-year-old corporate worker has united an entire continent of monsters and built the most wholesome, incredibly powerful nation on the planet. This incredible mix of world building, comedy, and action is none other than Season 1 of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. And our legendary main character is Rimuru Tempest. Now, I watch a lot of anime, but this one holds an incredibly special place in my heart, and it's because of the characters. Usually, in anime, the side characters get pushed to the background, but in Slime, every single character, from the loyal, over-enthusiastic dragon, fanboy Gupta, to the badass ogre samurai Benimaru, to the terrifyingly chaotic demon lord Milam, feels alive. They all have distinct personalities, flaws, and absolute loyalty to a literal ball of blue jelly. You will find yourself genuinely falling in love with every single citizen of the Jura Tempest Federation. Whether you're here for overpowered protagonists, kingdom building, comedy, or found family stories, Slime somehow delivers all of it at once. Go watch Season 1 right now. Let me know in the comments who your favorite monster is. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this story, and I'll see you in the next one.